And I got to imagine both these teams pretty excited to get out there. And like you said, it's a little bit of a different atmosphere. Things feel subdued because of the time change. Feels like it's about 9:30 right now, but only 7:30. So Sam Johnson going to handle the kickoff duties as he has all year.
So a little bit better vantage point this week than we had last week.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Although that's a unique experience up there in Eatonton. Had a good trip up there. Would have liked to come home with a victory, but hopefully Westfield can come away with a W here tonight. Face a very good team in the Creekside Cougars, but should be an even matchup here, and we'll see if the Hornets can get the job done.
Sam Johnson going to kick it off short. Going to be fielded around the 35-yard line. Going to run to his left, losing ground. Now cuts back upfield, hit right around the 35. I believe that was number 22, Jason Adams. Number 23, Travis Moon, excuse me.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Cougars there at their own 36-yard line. We'll call it. And
brought down by Bryant Greer.
Looks like they're going to mark him out to the 37-yard line.
So let's see what they do. Brandon McNeil coming out to lead his offense. I noticed he was one of the deep return men for the kickoff team as well. So shows you what kind of wheels he's got. But can't wait to see this kid throw the ball. Watched him do it in pregame warmups. He's got a heck of an arm.
So he's going to be under center. We saw him a lot in the spread.
Coming out in the I formation to begin with. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Little play action pass, little dump out to the flat, and he threw that way low.
Did he hurt himself? That
I don't
almost
know.
looked like his right leg.
He short-armed it for sure.
Maybe the ball just slipped out, but it almost looked like he had lifted his right leg like he hurt it or something. That was odd.
Yeah, that was not what it looked like in pregame warmups for sure.
Not at all.
Going back under center, this time they'll offset that fullback to that H-back position. Now they'll hand it off right up the middle, met right around the line of scrimmage, and going to push him backwards. It'll be a short gain. We'll say 4.
Yeah, a little old school offset I formation look right there. Picks up 4 on the carry, and Westfield has a chance here on 3rd down and 6 to get off the field early in the game. Defensively, you like what you see so far for Westfield, but really they haven't been tested.
Yeah, had an easy pass that just fell short on a weird throw, and then a run up the middle netted 4, which you don't want as a defense, but you'll take 3rd down and 6 every time. They'll come out in the I formation again. I believe that's the same formation they were out in last time.
Yeah, just a little bit of looks like offset I. They may see a bootleg here.
Nope, running it straight up middle. Met just past the line of scrimmage. He will be tackled short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down and 1.
So we'll see. Here's an early decision time for Creekside, whether they decide to go for it or not. Looks like they may try to. Westfield needs to be ready for trying to be drawn off sides. If you're that defensive line for the Hornets, try to stay in the boat, if you will.
I believe that was number 5, Zion Tate, on the carry. May just try a quarterback sneak. You got a really, really big quarterback in there. He's listed about 6'3".
Yeah, I mean, right here, nobody's over the center. You're trying to draw them off sides.
Yep.
See if they run a play.
They will. Quarterback sneak, hesitated, but eventually picked a spot and got it.
Yeah,
He'll have a 1st down right at midfield.
I think Westfield was banking on them just trying to draw them off sides, and they run a play.
Yep.
So good decision.
You like what you saw there. They didn't jump off sides.
That's tough with a 4-man down line because you don't have anybody head up over the center. I'm sure if they would have slid someone down over the center, they maybe have called a timeout or who knows. But nonetheless, 1st down and 10 for the Cougars. That's been an interesting trend in football to go for it, even on the negative side, if you will.
Yep. Westfield bringing an extra man to that line of scrimmage. Now they're in the shotgun. Going to send a man in motion across the line. Little quarterback rollout. Looks like he's going to run, tucking it, looking for somewhere to go. Reverses his field. Now will go down.
Yeah, good job right there defensively. I think that was Brady Greer out there.
Yeah, good
Number
backside
16.
pursuit. Great backside pursuit on that play.
And McNeil squatted a little bit, forced the even more yardage loss there on the play. He probably would have got back to the original line of scrimmage, tried to reverse field, and then lost ground, and it's going to be second down and we'll call it 16, I believe.
Yeah.
So just
a
not a good decision.
Big loss there. Not a great decision, like you said, for McNeil.
Right here, Westfield, I think you're thinking, let's try to keep everything in front of us.
Yep.
You would think that McNeil's going to go to the air, but they haven't gone back to the air since he had the errant throw.
Now they're going to come out in that I formation again. We're going to get a timeout call or
delay a game.
Delay a game on Creekside, so that'll push him back another 5, and it'll be second down and 21. So they'll walk back and have not looked very crisp so far in the early going.
Not at all. So as you mentioned, second down and 21, and the Hornets are in a good position here.
Going to have to hurry to not go right there. That time they reset the clock.
Yeah.
I thought it was going again.
Well, that's one thing. I think between plays you only get 25 seconds.
Right.
Or no, is it when the clock stops?
You get 40.
Right, yeah.
40 between typical plays, but
when the clock
coming off a
stops.
penalty or a timeout or something like that, you get 25. Handoff straight up the middle. He slipped right behind the line of scrimmage, fell forward, maybe got 1.5, we'll say.
Yeah, and that's one thing you're going to start seeing here in these November games, that little dew that builds up on the surface of the field. You could definitely tell that played an effect there because he got kind of out over his skis, if you will.
Yep. 3rd and 19.
I always hated playing on turfs that had a little ryegrass overseeded, especially when you got later into November, and they're trying to keep that field looking pretty. That ryegrass gets slick on top of the grass, so on top of the normal grass. I don't think Westfield has any rye on this yet.
Got 2 backs and 2 wideouts. Straight drop back. 2 backs stay in to protect. Going to heave it deep and way behind everybody.
I don't know what. There's another one that just came out funny.
Yep.
I don't know if he's having issues with moisture on the ball or what's going on, but that one just did not come out of his hand. So good job by the Hornet defense and making the stop early. McNeil doesn't look like he did in warm-ups. Not sure what's going on there.
So Walker Young and Noah Blackman are going to go back deep to receive this kick. As the wind throws my papers everywhere. Almost got to it. Line drive punt. Going to bounce between them. Walker's going to watch it bounce. It's going to die right at the 22-yard line where Westfield will take over.
Yeah, that's probably a ball you should have caught right there.
Yep.
That's on a line.
So Westfield's offense struggled early, or well, actually didn't struggle much early against Gatewood, but couldn't get into the end zone. Had a couple of big plays, but got stopped inside the 5 and then kept shooting themselves backwards. So let's see what they can come up with here tonight. Standard wing T. Run it all year. Porter Falk in motion, going to give to the fullback up the middle. That's Cameron Kalmbach. He'll carry forward for a gain of 2.
So you're going to see a lot of Kalmbach, probably a lot of quarterback keeps off of that inside dive play to the fullback.
Porter Falk also probably will get a bunch of carries tonight.
5 down linemen there. Yeah.
Yep, had a wide receiver moving early, and that's a shame because that play looked like it was going to work. It was going to be a toss to Falk.
I think that was Smallwood.
Yep. Number 26. Yep, Bishop Smallwood was lined up at wide receiver, going to block the quarterback, Brandon McNeil. But he moved just a little too early. Like I said, it's a shame because no one else was out there except for McNeil, and if Smallwood could lay that block, it might have gone for a big gain.
Oh, no, they called offsides?
Oh, really?
Offsetting penalties. Wow.
Huh. All right.
Wow.
One pre-snap. Well, I guess they're both pre-snap penalties, so.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Shouldn't the offsides, if it happened before the other one, it should be.
Yeah, that's. Well.
Shouldn't that be a dead ball?
I don't know. That's different. I don't think I've seen that one before. So now Falk going to go in motion the other way. Going to run that pitch to him. Going to get a holding call here on that outside wide receiver. Ooh. Couldn't quite get him.
Everybody threw a flag.
Yep. I don't think he held him for very long, but he held him way out in the open where every official could see it. Going to be a gain of 4, but they're going to bring it back.
Yeah, there's a lot of laundry down on the field. Everybody threw their flag on that one. So holding, we'll see. The furthest one thrown back, so Westfield's actually going to lose 15 on the play. Or no, 13, because it was thrown in the backfield.
It'll still be second down, though. We'll see where they end up marking this. He's going to get moved back to the 8-yard line. It's going to be second down at 21. Vining going to keep it on the keeper, and there's a big hole up the middle. Now he's in a foot race, being chased down by Brandon McNeil. He's going to get run down, but not before a huge gain. Finally tossed down right shy of the 20. My goodness, that just parted like the Red Sea, and he was off to the races.
Yeah, great keep right there. Obviously, very good play call by Coach Fowler, and he dialed up just the right number for that defense.
Yeah, looked like a standard triple option play. Vining chose to keep it on the inside.
Right. He didn't even bounce it out.
72 yards.
Followed the fullback right up into the hole. That happens a lot. Fullback almost becomes like a lead
blocker at that point, which is what fullbacks are good at.
That was exactly what Westfield needed.
Give to Kalmbach up the middle. He'll push the pile a little bit before being pushed backwards. See where they mark it. Looks like it's going to be a gain of 3. Gain of 2, excuse me. Brought down by number 63, Canton Thrasher. Westfield going with 2 wides instead of 2 running backs, and it'll be a toss to Falk. He'll cut it back up the middle. Fall forward for a gain of a few. He'll be close to the first down. Yep, he'll have it. Marked down right at the 9-yard line. So it'll be first and goal from the 9.
Over pursuit right there by the Cougars and cut back. Great job by Porter Falk, as you mentioned.
Yep, call that running back vision or ball carrier vision, what have you.
It's almost functioned like a stretch play right there where the blockers got out in front, but the defense was there too, and he just cut it back against the grain.
Yep, got a big gain of it. Now it's first and goal for the Hornets. This is where they had trouble last week. Walker Young going in motion. Give to Kalmbach up the mid. Nope, fumbled. Vining tried to get it, and that's a fumble, and we'll see who has it. Yep, and it's going to be a white jersey that comes up with it. So the red zone struggles continue for the Hornets, and Creekside's going to have it right at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and I think Kalmbach, he was trying to get it to Kalmbach. Kalmbach would have walked into the end zone if he would have gotten a hold of the football, but just not able to come up with the handoff. That mesh point, that's unfortunate.
It's one of the hard parts of the option. It's not just a standard handoff. You got to make some quick decisions.
And sometimes what happens is a quarterback decides too late that he wants to give, and then the fullback's already past you.
Yep. It's now Westfield's defense being asked of a lot. First and 10 from the 9. Be a straight handoff up the middle. Just standard dive play, and he almost got 10 yards out of that. No, not 10 yards. See where they mark him down. Got 8. Officially 7, so it'll be second down and 3.
Yeah, we're under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and Westfield had on their first drive a first and goal from, the 8-yard line, somewhere in there, and fumbled. And right here, Creekside on their second possession.
Trying to draw him off sides. Didn't quite get him, but it looks like Westfield
he came
the
out of the stance. Yep. That's going to be a flag on Creekside. The left guard came out of the 3-point stance. That's going to push him back. Once you got that hand in the ground, you can't come out of that hand in the ground.
Got to keep that hand. Got to keep that hand down. So that'll push him back again. It'll be 2nd down and 8 now. So 1 step forward, 1 step back seems to be the way for Creekside so far this game.
Yeah, both teams have shot themselves in the foot. 2nd down and 8. See if Westfield can take advantage.
Fullback dive straight up the middle, stacked up at the line. I don't think he got anything. Maybe a yard.
Maybe a yard, but as you said, good defensive play right there. Both teams have a lot of size on the lines, so you're going to see a lot of stalemates, I believe, tonight. Maybe picks up 2. So that'll be, 3rd and 6?
Yep, officially 2-yard gain, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 here.
Yeah, he gave a really good second effort to try to pick up even more yardage. Right now, Coach Kinsler doing a good job defensively, calling a really good game against what you can tell is a very athletic quarterback.
And that true spread's bringing some extra pressure. McNeil rolling out to his right. He's going to tuck it and run it. He's got a lane, and he will step out of bounds just past the 20. He'll have the first. Or right at the 20. Design pass, but just had the grass in front of him, so he tucked it and went.
Right.
Got the necessary yardage. First down Creekside. When you tell your defense, you got to maintain your rush lanes. Don't let that quarterback get out.
I don't know if the defensive end is going to be able to contain him.
Yeah. Well, that's what you tell him as a coach, but a lot easier said than done.
Not enough wheels.
Hand off up the middle and stacked right at the line and driven backwards. Got 2.
So Westfield's been pretty good up front. They did give up a couple of big runs for maybe 6-7 yards so far in this contest, but for the most part, they've held up pretty well. Obviously, I think Creekside's probably going to have an advantage in the skill position versus Westfield's defensive backs and linebackers, but Westfield doing a pretty good job of containing so far.
Stretch play off the right side and brought down quickly. Westfield's flying around out there right now on defense, and it'll be a short gain, 3rd down and 6, we'll say. Number 44, Cameron Kalmbach, the fullback, in on that play.
Yeah, we'll see if Creekside continues to go to this run game out of the eye, offset eye, whatever you want to call it. So far, they've been hesitant to go through the air because McNeil has had issues throwing the football. I don't know.
He's thrown 2 passes, and neither of them has looked very good, and it looks like we're going to have it. Yep, almost another delay of game, but it looks like Creekside got a timeout, so we will take a quick timeout with them and come back with more here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care.
Welcome back. 3rd down and 6 here for Creekside. Dropping back to passes. McNeil scrambling around, now running to his right, looking for somewhere. Going to be hit from behind as he throws.
Ooh.
Almost a pick, but not quite.
Tell you what, I think Cal Langston or it was either Cal Langston or 50.
Seth Andrews.
58 is Fowler.
Yes. 58, Andrew Fowler applying the pressure on that one. So much for not being able to chase that kid down.
Well, they did a good job of, like you said, kind of bracketing him in. And that forced him. He tried to keep the play alive to throw it, but he was not able to find anything open downfield. And as he went to throw it, he got hit.
Yeah, almost threw an interception, but not quite. So now Creekside will be forced to punt again. Just off the front of his foot. It's going to roll a little bit. Picked up by Walker Young. Now he'll split the defenders and get a couple out of that. Trackled just shy of the 50. Good job getting up to that one. Number 13, Josh Hartley.
So great.
But Walker just got it and went straight ahead. Just split the two defenders down there.
Great field position for Westfield now at their own 49-yard line.
Yep.
See if Westfield can draw up another Gavin Vining run or a Porter Falk cutback. That has been very successful, both of those plays so far.
Man in motion, give it to Falk on that counter. Now he's in a foot race. He's got no one ahead of him. Angling to that far side. Now he's breaking for the end zone. Touchdown, Hornets.
He angled 3 different ways.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. And
did somebody come out of a shoe or is that a flag?
I don't think that's a flag.
Yeah, I didn't think so either, but a great run. You saw him trying to cut the speed away from Creekside as he angled down the field.
Yep. So he saw Vining get chased down that last play and decided he didn't want that for him. So the counter play goes for 50 yards, 51 yards and a touchdown.
It's right at the 49-yard line, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Do you see that?
Yeah, maybe a towel.
Possibly, or a glove. Yeah, something like that. But
Sam Johnson on to attempt the extra point.
When you have long runs like that, that's the first thing I look for.
Yep. And did it go through? Yes, it did. 7-0 Westfield leads. We'll stay here because they're looking to get this thing going in a hurry.
Yeah, they looked at each other for a long time. The officials did.
Yeah, it looked like it almost went wide left, but not quite. Went through, and 7-0 Hornets.
Yeah, we got the Swanson Restaurant kickoff. Go over and see Brad and his crew over at the Swanson Restaurant for all the delicious food that they've got over there. Westfield now on top, 7-0, with 1:35 to go here in the first quarter. That was one play, 51 yards, Porter Falk touchdown run.
Exactly what you needed out of your offense on that play. It looks like Westfield's going to be able to run the ball on these guys, and they played pretty good defense so far.
Well, I tell you, the thing about Creekside, you can tell that they're very quick to the ball, but they're almost too quick, and Westfield has caught them in the over pursuit on a couple plays. Also, Westfield's doing a good job, honestly, on that play, blocking up front. I mean, sometimes you can, with your blocking scheme, you can kind of play to that over pursuit or that quickness of the defense and catch them in it, and it seems like Coach Fowler's really trying to take advantage of that.
Sam Johnson here to kick off.
Creekside's probably not used to the size up front that Westfield has. That's normally an advantage, I think, for Creekside.
And that's an onside kick. It kicks up into the air and recovered by Creekside.
I tell you what, that was a good opportunity there because
it was. That ball bounced funny and ended up getting picked up by number 10, Jake Lavinka.
That front line for Creekside, you could tell, was not ready for that.
To be 1st and 10 from the 45. Westfield loses some field position on that onside try, but their defense is playing really well tonight so far.
I think right now the chess match for these two teams, it's all about the play of number 8 for Creekside. If he can get it going in the pass game, Westfield is going to have trouble, but I think right now he's struggling a bit.
Toss play to this far side, trying to stretch it out, following his blocker. Great job, and now he's in a foot race. Here's a big play for Creekside. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Cougars. Number 3, Jaden Thomas.
Yeah, he did a good job of using and leveraging his blocks on the outside over there.
So Westfield was playing really good defense up until that play. That's a 55-yard run for Thomas. And now he's about to have this game tied up, assuming they can make the PAT.
Yeah, just overheard Mr. Dale. I mean, Westfield was there. You got to make the tackle if you're right there on the outside. That's unfortunate because the Hornets had a beat on that play. Could have gone for a minimal gain, possibly no gain at all, but instead it goes for a touchdown.
And there were no flags, if you're curious. Extra point is on the way.
No good. Oh.
Yep.
I thought it was on the right side.
Yeah, I thought it was too. So both field goals have looked no good, but they've gone through, or both PIT, excuse me. That's number 14. Unfortunately, don't have a 14 on this roster, so don't know who that kicker is, but he made it. So Jaden Thomas answers Porter Falk, and it's 7-7 here at the Nest with 1:23 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, Westfield's got to do a better job tackling on that play. You let him get to the outside, you don't wrap up, and then there's nobody at home after you break a couple tackles there. But Westfield has shown the ability to run the football tonight, so obviously this may be one of those games that goes back and forth from a scoring perspective. The advantage that I think Westfield's got, Brand, is the fact that they're going to get the football coming out at halftime. So if they keep it tied or a little bit ahead, got a good opportunity to try to stretch that lead in the second half.
Anthony Parker here set to kick off for Creekside. We'll be kicking to Noah Blackman and Gavin Vining. Straight on soccer kick, and that'll get into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, that was toe poke city right there.
Straight on, not a soccer kick, I guess. Like you said, just toe poked it, and it didn't maybe get more than 10 feet off the ground, but it made it through the back of the end zone. So 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Hornets. Can we get 3 touchdown plays in a row? Vining going to keep it behind his fullback, and now he's in a foot race, breaks one tackle, and gets popped from the other side by that safety. Number 1, Caleb Hardy, laying a big hit on Vining, but a big gain out to the 40, a 20-yard pickup on the ground.
Yeah, and you got to wonder, are the numbers starting to play an effect here for Creekside?
You know, I think it would be a little too early for that, but maybe. They got some really big kids out there that they're not able to substitute, and you get that much mass going side to side. And chasing people down, who knows?
Well, I mean, you got your quarterback going both ways.
Reverse, Walker Young carrying up the middle, breaks one tackle and is chased down from behind. Good job sticking with it, number 55. Don't have his number, but the defensive lineman, and there's an injured Cougar out there.
Number 55 is number 2.
You're right.
Brown
Christopher
Jr.
Brown. Now number 52. Who we also don't have.
57 is going to drop down.
You're right. 57, Taylor Pate.
Looks like
he got injured on that play, was limping off, and then got told to go down. We'll take a quick break and come back with more here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
Welcome back. Following the injury timeout, Taylor Pate has been carried off the field. He looks like he was assisted, but hopefully nothing too bad. Looked like a lower leg injury, so maybe a twisted ankle on that last play. But Westfield following a 20-yarder and a 6-yarder. We'll try to pick up the first on this 2nd down and 4 play. Gavin Vining has had a lot of success running the ball so far tonight. Has, I think, 75 yards on 2 carries.
Yeah, I mean, you really can't fault Westfield's offense so far other than the fumble.
Man in motion, give it to Falk on the speed sweep, looking for a block, going to cut up underneath, and brought down right past the first down marker. He will have it, brought down by number 22, Jason Adams.
Yeah, right now Westfield just doing a good job of kind of dialing up all the right run plays. We'll see if they opt to let this clock run out or if they're going to try to get another play in. They've got 15 seconds.
Yeah, they're running it in. It looks like Bishop Smallwood going to carry it. So we'll see if they can get up to the line fast enough.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. Nope. So that is how your first quarter will end, 7-7. Westfield and Creekside locked
right here at the Hornets' Nest. We will be back with the second quarter right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
Welcome back here to the Hornets' Nest. Westfield has it right at the 49, now going from right to left here, looking to score and break this lock. We are tied at 7 here at the start of the second. Two wide receivers split out wide. They've been running this formation a little bit, usually go to that side. Nope, Vining going to keep it, going to make one man miss, dance outside, stiff arm. Now he's in a foot race, looking for an angle. He's got it. Touchdown, Gavin Vining with a nasty stiff arm back around the 45. Goes for a touchdown.
I tell you what, unfortunately
that
for number
kid's still down.
13, that's Wade McCollum. I mean, he just great stiff arm.
Yeah.
From Gavin Vining. There's not a whole lot you could do there with that one.
Man.
Showing the wheels right there. You got out there to the outside, I think, on a lineman, and the lineman had no chance.
Yep. Took him all at 12 seconds to get that touchdown, and it is. We've had, I think, 3 touchdowns in 5 plays now, excluding kickoffs and extra points, obviously. Speaking of those, this one is up and looks good from our angle. It is 14-7 Hornets. So 14-7, big plays, the flavor of the night tonight.
Yeah, with 11:48 to go here in the second quarter, Westfield scores from, 49 yards out.
Yep.
So another run. Like you said, Gavin Vining's got to be, around 120 on the ground so far?
On 3 carries. He probably has more than that, but on those particular 3 carries, he's got about 120 yards. So that's a heck of an average.
Yeah, great job right there by the quarterback for Westfield. And right now the Hornets doing a good job running the football on offense. And you got to think that Coach Fowler is feeling pretty confident about really dialing up any run play, because right now you got Creekside trying to figure out where the football is. We'll see what Westfield opts to do here in the kicking game. It's been an adventure so far this season.
It has. He's lining up where he's been doing these pooch kicks and not that onside kick. So that's what it'll be here. Fielded right around the 25 on the run, looking for a hole, and hit around the 35. Will be brought down there.
That's a good job right there of the Creekside returner, catching that on the run and dead sprint.
Deshaun Fletcher, kind of like an outfielder in baseball.
Right. And that just keeps your momentum moving forward. Unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to get past that first line of Westfield return team guys. They're able to make the tackle, but still good field position if you're Creekside.
Yep, going to have it officially at the 36-yard line. Going to give it straight up the middle and just nothing. Or no, he's going to bounce outside. He's got a blocker in front of him that's his quarterback, going to break a tackle, still running, and finally brought down about 20 yards downfield.
Yeah, again, the same type of play, just got stuffed up the middle and was able to bounce it.
Yeah, just created that big pile. Everyone crashed inside, and nobody stayed outside with him. It's a gain of 23. That's the first time I think we've seen that play have success tonight.
Got a really wide setup here.
Here's that toss play again, now being bottled up and brought down after a gain of about 5. Jaden Thomas on the carry. Scored on that play a few seconds ago. Better job defensively there, but still allowed him more than I think they should have.
Yeah, but a good job of fighting for more yardage after contact. That's been Jaden Thomas has just been extraordinary tonight at breaking tackles and keeping the play alive, and he's coming out for this play. Not sure if he's just needing a breather or what, but running backs and quarterbacks have been kind of the key tonight for both teams, both offensive teams.
Handoff up the middle, trying to bounce it outside, and hit
Coleman Williams.
Hit right at the line. Coleman Williams with a strike. We're going to give a penalty flag in the area of holding, I think. Travis Moon on the carry for the Cougars.
Oh, Gavin Vining. I thought that was...
Oh, was it Gavin?
I thought it was Coleman Williams, but... It was 9.
Officially a gain of 2. We'll see what the laundry looks like.
Looks yellow to me, Brent.
Well,
come on, man. You got to throw some corny dad jokes in every once in a while.
I'm not a dad.
No, I am, though.
And it looks like, yep, holding on the Cougars. They will back him up. So I think it'll remain second down. So it'll be second down and
13?
13?
Something like that.
Yeah. I tell you, for, knock on wood, but Brandon McNeil was slinging the rock all around the yard earlier in pregame warmups, but so far has not had much success in game.
They moved it back 2 yards. You're right. He struggled throwing the ball.
Knock on wood on the 2nd and 15. Dropping back, looking for somebody. Going to sling it deep. Got a man open. There it is. As soon as I say it, Sam Johnson got beat. Trips him up from behind. He's down to the 10.
But I tell you what, it wasn't a very good throw. And the ball floated out there. If it's a better throw, he walks into the end zone.
Probably. Gain of 36 on the long connection.
I mean, right there, that's what I don't understand from Westfield. Sometimes they get caught up. Why are they playing so close to the line? If you know they've got to go 15 yards to pick up the first down, play deeper.
Right. Handoff up the middle, stacked up at the line of scrimmage. That time he wasn't able to bounce it out, just kind of ran into the pile and fell down. Maybe got half a yard. Second and goal from the 9. Offset to the left. Give it around that side. Working his way through the line. He'll fall forward for a gain of 5. Be third down, and they'll mark him down at the 4.
Yeah, this is go time, I think, if you're
I think
Creekside.
So. This game has the feel of a shootout for sure.
Right. Well, I think after a while, Westfield has had success early.
Westfield's going to call a timeout. Didn't like the alignment. We'll take a quick timeout with them when we come back here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Hornets' Nest. Third down and 4 from the 4 for the Cougars. High formation, give to the fullback straight up the middle. Got a couple. See where they mark him down. Touchdown.
Wow.
Gave it to him right up the middle, and he got hit just past the line, but bullied his way forward. It's a big kid out there at fullback. So that makes it 14-13, barring the extra point. And again, just big plays. They didn't score on a big play that time, but a big play got them down there, and then 3 runs, and they were into the end zone. Extra point is up.
Good.
And it is good. So we are tied at 14 here with 8:55 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, Westfield's got to figure out how to stop the big play. I mean, well, really, both defenses. I mean, it's been big play city so far here in the first half. Both teams have kind of lived and died by that. And Westfield has had Creekside in, long distance, second, third down, cannot get off the field on those type plays. And right now, Westfield's got to figure out defensively how to do that. If they can, you like the fact that Westfield's been able to run the ball consistently. And if you can figure out how to convert and get off the field on those third and longs, Westfield has an opportunity, I think, to stretch the lead once they get it back, or if they get it back. Like I said, the difference may be the fact that Westfield stopped them 2 possessions to 1 there in the first quarter, and you potentially are tied now, and Westfield gets the football coming out at halftime.
So straight toe poke. That ball will wobble into the air and it'll land right at the goal line for a touchback. So Westfield will have it 1st and 10 from the 20.
I think if you're Coach Fowler, I mean, obviously you're not going to tell anybody to stop if you bust it, but you'd like a long, sustained drive, try to eat clock and see if you can't get it under a minute or so.
I don't know if Coach Fowler would like that. I bet you Coach Kinsler would love it, though.
Well, yeah, but you'd like to give your defense a little bit of time to get over there and try to figure out how do we get off the field on second and third and long.
Yep. Nope. Give to Falk to the weak side. And now he's in a foot race. It hops over one man, met at the 30, drives forward for a couple more, and he will have the first down.
And right now,
like 30-yard line.
Like I said, Coach Fowler is punching all the right numbers in on the play calling.
That time they had 2 wide receivers to the left side and ran to that weak side, ran away from what I like to say is where all the bad guys were.
Right, and it looked like they also had a defender run on late, so not set up correctly either. Cougars struggling formationally to align to this rushing attack.
Walker Young trying to get out on the edge. Good reach block there, and he'll step out of bounds, and there's a late hit. Should be. Yep, there's the flag. Number 13, Wade McCollum, hit Walker Young about 5 yards out of bounds.
Walker Young baited him into that.
Oh, for
he
sure.
He slowed up and stayed in bounds long enough to get him to commit, and then he stepped out before he actually made contact.
And I want to give a shout-out to Hudson McGee, the offensive lineman, had an excellent reach block there that sprung Walker for a gain of 15, so a net of 30.
That was a crafty veteran play right there by Walker Young.
Yeah, Walker Young, he's a heck of a story. He got hurt last year and wasn't able to play the entire season.
Right.
Wasn't able to walk without a boot until basketball season, and he's back playing football now, and I bet he's happy about it. 1st and 10 from the 40. Give to
Coleman Williams.
Yeah, Coleman Williams. I was about to say Kalmbach. That was a mistake, but Coleman Williams from the 40 to the 30, and that's another first down.
Coleman's got a little bit different burst from that fullback position, but he plays a lot. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, not as big, but a lot faster, and you watch his play at linebacker. He's an incredibly physical player.
Right.
Plays a lot heavier than he actually is.
He plays on defense, so you don't see him a lot, but he's there lined up again in that fullback position. So rotating in, trying to keep guys fresh. I like it.
Porter Falk in motion, give to Walker Young on the end or on the reverse, and it didn't work. Excuse me, that's Billy Jack Gregory who got the carry.
Tristan Hosey, great job just crashing down and following those pulling linemen, and he was able to make the tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they had a little bit. They had a 6-yard gain earlier with Walker Young on that play, that little reverse. Billy Jack Gregory, not much success there. So 2nd down and 10 from the 30. I don't guess you're too discouraged at this point.
No, but they got a lot of beef inside right now.
Vining kept it, but we have a flag. It looks like it's going to be a false start on Westfield. That far side official pointed at number 11, Ricky Black, who had nothing to do with the play, and I think that's why Coach Fitz is getting onto him right now. Play was going away from him. He was blocking as a wide receiver on the like miles from the rest of the play. Ended up costing the team 5 yards. So 2nd down and 15 now. Back in that 2 wide receiver set to the far side. Toss here to Falk. Going to have to make one man miss. Tripped up, but he was able to fall forward. Good job on the tackle there by Brandon McNeil.
Yeah, he went Deion Sanders tackle right there, right at the ankles.
Go low.
3rd and 9, but I tell you what, this is probably go time for Westfield. If you can pick up maybe 4 or 5 on this carry, you would love to have a 4th down and 3, 4th down and 4.
Yep, and you've seen the discipline issues that the Creekside team has had. Maybe you can get them with a hard count.
Right.
You might want to go ahead and try that now because they're probably not thinking about it as much.
Pick it up easy on 3rd down, and then you got 3rd and manageable.
Yep. Nope, give to Falk around right end, looking for a lane.
He's going to get it anyways.
Yep, he'll have the first. Barely got tripped up on his ankles, and he's going to be down just past the 20.
Westfield's like, no tricks tonight. Let's just run the football.
Yep, and they're having a lot of success with it. It's fun to watch when it works.
Running is always fun because it's one of those things as a defense when the other team can run effectively on you, you feel helpless.
For 10 yards a pop like Westfield's doing right now, absolutely.
Feel absolutely helpless. And as a fan of that team that's getting run on, you feel even more helpless.
Oh, yeah. Speak from experience?
Yeah.
Same play to the other side to Billy Jack Gregory, and he's going to get swallowed up immediately. Number 55, Christopher Brown, was back in the backfield. Loss of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
I predict you haven't seen a quarterback run from Gavin Vining in a couple plays.
The thing is, I think when they run that quarterback run, it's mostly an option play. So So Creekside may be trying to take that away right now. They may have made that adjustment. We'll have to see.
Well, my point is I think they're overcommitting a lot of men to the line of scrimmage. See if Coach Fowler decides to call something. Busted
play, but Vining going to take it straight up the middle. He'll be tackled around the 15. It'll be a gain of 5. Actually, a gain of 7, I guess. Anyway, 3rd down and a ways to go now. 3rd and uncomfortable, if nothing else.
Yeah, but I think you're still in the same situation you were, Brent.
Oh, yeah.
You're probably in 4-down territory. You're probably going to look to try to pick up half of it here, half of it on 4th.
Be 3rd down and 7.
You can hear Creekside coaches watch the counter. I think you're probably getting a jet sweep or a toss play here. Got a lot of men committed to the box.
There's that counter play. Porter Falk putting his head down, going to fall forward. He got it again. Man.
Yep, down to the 7.
So if Westfield will have it 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Porter Falk running like a man possessed so far.
I tell you what, they called the play out too, did Creekside, and they were not able to stop it. That's got to be very frustrating as a coaching staff.
1st and goal from the 7. Billy Jack Gregory going to bring the play in, and looks like a timeout Westfield. So we will take a quick timeout with them. We will come back with this 1st and 7 play right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
Welcome back here to the Hornets' Nest. First and goal from the 7 with just under 5 minutes to go here in this one. Westfield and Creekside deadlocked at 14. Talked about it earlier. Big plays have been the flavor of the night, Brett, but so far this drive, Westfield's been going at them 5, 6, 10 yards a pop.
Right. I mean, they've just had a lot of success, especially on downs where they've needed to pick up, big yardage. They've picked up, 11 and 7 here, or 11 and 8 to get here on inside the red zone.
Give up the middle.
Oh,
Coleman Williams bouncing it out, aiming for the pylon. Did he get it? Still waiting on a signal. Yes, touchdown Hornets. Coleman Williams.
What a great run. Bouncing the football outside. He did it twice off of defenders and scores the touchdown from 7 yards out, and Westfield has not been stopped.
Yep, and that's the advantage that you get having number 8, Coleman Williams, in there at that fullback position. Cameron Kalmbach, he's a heck of a load, but he's more of a short yardage guy. Coleman Williams shows the athleticism there, bounces it out, scores 6.
Like you said, bouncing it twice. You get a lot of Porter Falk, you get a lot of Gavin Vining, and then you get Coleman Williams.
Extra point is up and good. 21-14 Hornets, 4:38 left in this one. See what this defense can do, Brett.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's really going to come down to, I think, for Westfield, because right now they're not being able to be stopped, and the Hornets have just really found their groove in the run game. We got the Swanson Restaurant kickoff coming up after the touchdown, and right now Westfield up 21-14 with 4:38 to go here in the half, and the Hornets would love nothing more, Brant, than to get a stop and then get a score, stretch that lead, and then you get the football coming out of halftime. So I think, that's the game plan if you're the Hornets. Keep that foot on the pedal, if you will.
So Sam Johnson set to kick off here. Westfield line up in that bunch formation. They had an onside kick out of this last week. They are able to kick it. They will not. They will break off. They usually line up in that and then break off and fan out, but last week they ran an onside kick and just ran everybody straight forward. Sam Johnson will boot it to that far side, going back, caught it at the 15. Now looking for an angle. He will have it and finally wrestled down just across the 40 where
you got a flag.
Have some laundry going to be thrown in. I think Westfield fans wanted a block in the back. We'll see what the call is.
Yeah, I think you're going to get one. And if it's a block in the back, that could be a 15-yard penalty, which, that's going to be huge because it's thrown at the 42. That'll take them back to the inside the 30.
So 4:33 left in this one. See how far they mark this one off. Looks like they're going to spot it right at the 35-yard line.
They must have spotted it happening further up the field than where the flag was.
Yeah, I think they just called a regular hold as well, not a block in the back. Now in a very true spread, Westfield trying to deal with this new formation. Not even faking the play action. Now throw the screen out, overthrown over the wide receiver's head, and an incomplete pass. I'll tell you, McNeil, he's got some natural arm talent. He can throw it a million miles an hour. He can put it hold on. He's got a lot of arm talent. He can throw it hard, throws a tight spiral. I just don't think he knows where it's going.
Well, I mean, it just depends, I think. Like you said, it's kind of right now, it's like a slot machine. You don't know what you're going to get out of it.
Play action pass. Thought about that screen again. Now under some pressure. Running around and will be brought down. I believe that's number 58. Excuse me, 55.
Luke White, I think.
Luke White, yep.
That's a big loss right there. That's back 12 yards.
And McNeil just made that worse on himself.
Right, 3rd and 22. Did he get hurt too?
He's someone's down on the ground. I don't think that's McNeil. That's an offensive lineman.
55. That's Christopher Brown, excuse me.
Yeah, but he's back up now. I'll be honest, when I saw these guys in warm-ups, I noticed that how much size they had. I wanted to look up some measurements. They have a couple of guys on that squad that are at or just under 300 pounds, and most of them are playing on that O-line. I thought Westfield was going to have some trouble with them tonight, but they played very, very well against these bigger guys.
Well, Westfield's got some size as well, so.
Pass play again. Just going to heave it deep. Home run ball, tipped and incomplete. Good defense back there. Had 2 wide receivers and 2 corners, so just a home run ball from McNeil.
And there's the possession you needed to try to steal.
Yep. 4th down and 22, and feels like a punting situation for sure.
Right, and right now I think I'm in a punt safe.
Yep.
Let's not run into anybody. We've been able to pretty much take control of the run game. Let's just rely on our offense. And looks like Westfield's going to have to burn a timeout. Couldn't get personnel on the field.
Yep. Just a lack of focus there by the players. You hate to see that. We'll take a quick timeout with them, too. We'll be right back right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
There's no such thing as a pretty eater.
You're a pretty messy eater.
I'm more of like a neat eater.
Flagler can eat in the car, so nobody can see that.
Oh my God.
How are you guys eating so slow? I'm almost done. No, you have a giant mouth.
Welcome back here to the Hornets' nest. Looks like Westfield's going to stay in its punt-safe defense. Going to have some linebackers, some safeties, some down linemen, and Walker Young way back to receive this thing. It is a
That's what you
short
wanted.
punt.
Get out of the way.
Get away from it. Let it bounce, and it'll be downed on the 45. So great field position here for Westfield, the plus 45.
And that's what I'm saying, why you don't need to really go after it or even try to set up a punt.
Yep.
Just don't do anything stupid to give the ball back to Creekside.
If you're going to touch it, make sure you can possess it.
Right. So get out of the way, take your field position. You knew you were probably going to get really good field position regardless, and your offense has dominated so far. So just allow them to go and get that separation needed in this game.
Gavin Vining going to take it to the wide side here, breaks one tackle, makes another man miss, and finally wrestled down number 13, Wade McCollum. Called his name a couple of times tonight on this defensive side for the Cougars. He's another big kid.
Yeah, I think right now the issue for Creekside is that they're getting worn down. Westfield has been very good up front on both defense and offense. Creekside has made some big plays on offense, but they got so many guys going both ways right now. Westfield's really been able to take advantage of that and lean on them.
That's the first substitution I've noticed tonight. Big Darren Evans, number 50, going to get subbed out. Porter Falk trying to get around the corner, breaks one tackle, spins through, and he will have the first down. That's the first time I've seen them sub a defensive lineman out, and Darren Evans is a very, very large young man. And in most teams, you would see him get a break much earlier than he did.
They're going to say third. Oh, I was about to say, they're going to say third down.
The marker said third down, but it was past the sticks, so I had to imagine they would reset that at some point. 1st and 10 from the 34. Just over 2 minutes left here in this first quarter, or first half. Give it to Kalmbach up the middle, surges with that offensive line, and they will mark him down at the 30, so it'll be 2nd down and 6. Pretty good game for a fullback dive.
Well, and that's a play. That's a setup play, like we talked about. That's something that you run to keep them honest inside, to keep them from flowing out to everything. If you bust it, hey, that's good too.
Absolutely, good for Cameron. Get his numbers up.
Right, and right here, you'd love nothing more than to see Westfield run the ball in the end zone with the clock getting under a minute to play.
Porter Falk on the toss play following his blockers. Now he's got a big hole and sandwiched right at the 20-yard line. He'll fall forward. 1st and 10 from the 17.
Right. The only bad thing right now, I don't think Westfield, I know it shows 1-1 on the scoreboard. I don't know if they've got a timeout. So you got to get some urgency. You don't want, you're running the football, so that means you've got to be aware that, hey, the clock is under a minute and a half now.
So 2 out far wide for Westfield now. Falk in motion. He'll get the pitch, following his blockers, now trying to bounce it out. Going to cut back up and got maybe 2 on that one.
Now
minute 10, clock running.
Now I think you come back with something up the middle or a fullback.
Nope, we're going to have a timeout called by Westfield with 1:07 left, trying to go up by 2 and get the ball in the second half when we come back right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
That's what I need to get on. I need to get on that official. Just listen only. I don't need any responsibility.
No,
I just want to hear it.
Please, no. Yeah, we're talking to the clock operators here to our left, and had some timeout confusion they were telling us about, and they can discuss it back and forth here.
They got headsets so that they can make sure that they keep in communication with the guys on the field, because the clock obviously is of paramount importance in games. So I want to make sure that is squared away.
Exactly. Has to end at some point.
Right.
Porter Falk in motion. Vining going to keep it. He got maybe back to the line. I think they're going to give him 1. But a short gain there. It'll be 3rd down, and we'll see where they mark him down. He actually got more than I thought he did. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Clock is now under a minute. Oh, reverse Porter Falk, and he's going to be cut down there.
Yeah, that one I think got busted up. They're going to send on the field goal unit.
Yeah, I think they called those 2 plays back to back. So now it's 4th down and 4 about.
Yeah, but I think
they're going to bring this field goal unit on and try to kick it with the clock going down.
Yeah, he needs to hurry. I think Gavin Vining possibly turned the wrong way on that handoff. He got lucky to get the ball back to.
Yep.
You'd love to see this one go through.
Yep.
They're
going to get a timeout called by Creekside. We'll stay here. I don't imagine this timeout will be allowed to go for very long. But 18.7 seconds left when that timeout was called. So Sam Johnson trying to make it 24-14 in before halftime. Westfield does get the ball to start the second half.
Well, then that's the 2-score separation we're talking about. I mean, that's huge if he's able to connect here on the field goal attempt. You get a 10-point lead heading in a half. I mean, how big is that? And you get the football coming out. You know, Nick Saban I know he's not your favorite, but he's one who talks about how important it is to score at the ends of halves.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, listen, I don't like Nick Saban, but it's because he's so freaking good at his job.
Well, I figured it was just because he's the head coach at Alabama. But
I don't like that either, but I was a big fan of, like, Mike Shula, you know?
I'm sure.
I liked Mike a lot.
Or Mike DeBose.
Yeah, Mike DeBose. Is that his name, Mike Shula? Shula. Snap, good. Place is good. Kick is up. And no good. Must have been off to the right. Wow. Sam Johnson can't push it to 2 scores, but he had enough leg. Must have just been off a little bit.
That stinks because that looked like it. Everybody over here thought it was good.
Yep, the Westfield fans started clapping, but no good. So 14.8 left. Westfield's going to have to play defense for maybe one play. We'll see what they do here. See how Creekside handles this. They may just want to take it to halftime and readjust, or they might want to try and tie it up before halftime. You got a quarterback who can sling it a mile. So you could try a deep shot here. No timeouts for either side, so keep that in mind. But the clock will stop on a first down if you think you can get your whistle kick in. Nobody in the backfield. You got one tight end and 4 wide receivers. Scrambling around, looking for somebody. Going to be thrown, caught around the 50. Walker Young will push him out of bounds with about 4 seconds left. So now instead of 75 yards, you got to go 50. So for all the good that did. And now you don't have any possibility for a field goal, so you're going to have to score on this play if you want it. Ball will be marked down at the 47.
So 4 seconds, like you said. Whoa. I thought he got out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought he did too. Or maybe they're saying Walker Young drove him backwards.
But they're going to talk about
the horn
this.
has sounded.
But they've got, no, they don't have
They don't have any timeouts. The horn has sounded. Westfield's running to the locker room, and Creekside is walking sullenly. So, well, they're going to get their head coach out here to talk about it. Let's see what they do.
Yeah, we'll stay here until they resolve this. Yeah, I think you're right.
I think they're saying that Walker Young stopped his forward progress and drove him backwards out of bounds, and the head coach is accepting it, and we're going to take this thing to halftime. We'll come back with the halftime show right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
I use ice cream as kind of for medicinal purposes, you know. It just puts me in a good mood.
This would be so good for dinner.
Very crispy, spicy.
A little tang.
El crunch.
El crunch.
There's a lot of bacon on this thing. It's just oozing.
Delicious.
I just want dessert.
Give me some.
Very indulgent.
Now, this is delicious.
Shaky goodness.
And the nice crunch.
Oh, that's dangerous.
What about the tots? Tots are everything.
There's no such thing as a pretty eater.
You're a pretty messy eater.
I'm more of like a neat eater.
Glad we can eat in the car, so nobody can see that.
Oh my god.
How are you guys eating so slow? I'm almost done. No, you have a giant mouth.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
I always like to stay inside the car. We can be loud and nobody tells us to be quiet.
That's what I said. Compliment.
Nobody's judging you for what you order. You can get one of everything if you want.
When you're in the truck, it's judgment free.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some like problems that they'll give you like some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between like a variety of clubs. There's like culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y.
I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Prayer Club and Tri High Y and Key Club, and I also dance.
For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice. I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
I use ice cream as kind of for medicinal purposes, you know. It just puts me in a good mood.
This would be so good for dinner.
Very crispy, spicy.
A little tang.
El crunch.
El crunch.
There's a lot of bacon on this thing. It's just oozing.
Delicious.
I just want dessert.
Give me some.
Very indulgent.
Now, this is delicious.
Shaky goodness.
And the nice crunch.
Oh, that's dangerous.
What about the tots? Tots are everything.
There's no such thing as a pretty eater.
You're a pretty messy eater.
I'm more of like a neat eater.
Glad we can eat in the car so nobody can see that. Oh my God.
How are you guys eating so slow? I'm almost done. No, you have a giant mouth.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
I always like to stay inside the car. We can be loud and nobody tells us to be quiet.
That's like a shoulder compliment.
Nobody's judging you for what you order. You can get one of everything if you want.
When you're in the truck, it's judgment free.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield
gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between like a variety of clubs. There's like culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y.
I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Prayer Club and Tri High Y and Key Club, and I also dance.
For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice. I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to.
And welcome back into the Hornets Nest. And Brant, right now, Westfield on top here at halftime, 21 to 14. They did miss an opportunity there at the end of the half to pick up an extra 3 points and get a 10-point lead, 2 possessions. But nonetheless, a pretty successful half for the Hornets. They had a couple of good defensive stands. They did give up a couple of big plays, but their offense has been humming along like a high-priced Cadillac, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. The offense is feasted on big plays and chunk plays, and just, they're averaging probably 10 yards a run right now and doing really, really well on the ground. Haven't had to put the ball in the air yet, which is what you like with this offense.
Right.
And you've really limited, other than a couple of big plays, the offense at Creekside. So you say keep doing that. Limit the mistakes. Don't give up the big plays. And on all the big plays, well, one was a busted pass play downfield, and The other two big runs that Creekside had were just missed tackles. You had them wrapped up at or behind or just in front of the line of scrimmage, and you just missed the tackle. And then I believe Jaden Thomas really busted a couple.
Yeah, I was going to say that before the game I would have told you number 8, Brandon McNeil, the quarterback, was someone who scared me the most for Creekside. I would say after the first half, it's number 3, Jaden Thomas. I mean, to me, he's got an ability to stay on his feet, to make players miss and break tackles and keep plays alive, and that's how he scored that one touchdown.
Yeah, there was one play where he was hit behind the line. Westfield did a great job of plugging up the line on just a halfback dive up the middle, and Thomas bounced it outside where there wasn't anybody, and he was off to the races, got some good blocks from his quarterback, Brandon McNeil, downfield, and sprung it, and they ended up scoring a touchdown on that possession. So I'd say lock up Thomas. When you can, get pressure on McNeil, because he has shown that he gets rattled.
Right.
He gets rattled standing in the pocket. He doesn't like to sit back there and look downfield. He likes to get out and scramble.
And I think Westfield has done a good job of, instead of running after him and creating creases in the pocket to allow him to escape, they've done a good job of kind of forming that pocket around him and then kind of collapsing in on him when he tries to escape.
Absolutely.
And that's what you want to do to a guy who who's got pretty good athleticism and wheels, is keep him contained and bracketed, and then when you have the opportunity to gang tackle him in the backfield, that's what you do. But I would say conversely for Creekside, they got to really be nervous about number 9, Gavin Vining, in the run game. I also think number 24 for Westfield, Porter Falk, has played very well. And then a sneaky one who may not get as many touches, but who showed an ability to really come up with big plays when Westfield needed it, was number 8, Coleman Williams. Scored the big play, touchdown play by bouncing it out. And I tell you what, he's been a surprise tonight, and a much-needed addition to give number 44, Cameron Kalmbach, a little bit of a breather, and he's provided some running ability and some speed in that fullback position, and Westfield has benefited greatly, I think, running the football from Coleman Williams. And you add all of those weapons together, and then you top it with the cherry on top of the cake, if you will, with Gavin Vining, and you got a recipe there, in my opinion, for big yardage in the run game, and that's what Westfield's done so far. And we talked about it. Gavin Vining probably has close to 150 yards so far in this contest.
Yeah. Absolutely, and that's really what this offense is. Gavin Vining running it up the middle on those quarterback keepers, and then Porter Falk getting it around the edge. And then you get big plays from other places for sure, but those two are really the centerpieces of your offense.
Right, and I think right now Westfield's got to come back out, and I was talking to Mr. Dale about this. I think if you have the opportunity to take it down and score, you really put yourself in a position to potentially kind of break the back of Creekside, because right now you got to think that Creekside up front defensively is really reeling and trying to get some more energy, because they looked like they were gassed there at the end of the first half. Their offense has kept them in it, but and then that big miss right there from Sam Johnson on the field goal has really kept Creekside alive. But if you can go down and score and get that 2-score separation, in my opinion, that's going to be huge in this contest. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break. We'll end our halftime show here from the Hornets Nest. Got a couple minutes from the start of the second half. Westfield is leading 21-14. We'll come back with the start of the second half right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
Welcome back here to the Hornets Nest, getting ready for the start of the second half. Westfield will get the ball in just over a minute. Leading 21-14, going to try to put a touchdown up on the board and make it a 2-possession game. And after that, you really like their chances. Their odds go up a lot.
Yeah, I mean, and right now it's kind of the season for odds, I guess. We've seen probably that all week, considering what's been going on in the country this week. But so that's a good play right there.
I tell you what, I've gotten into like, I don't gamble, but I like to follow lines and stuff like that.
Betting lines, probability.
Yeah, betting lines and prop bets and stuff like that. One of the funniest things of this whole election cycle, one of the few positives that I can draw from election cycles as a whole, people putting out betting odds on who's going to be the next president.
Well, they did it back in 2016, and I watched it this year. It was so wildly.
Oh yeah, it was changing by the hour. Right. I think I use MyBookie as the sports book that I follow.
It was funny to follow. I agree.
But I think it was like Trump was like minus 400,
but people
which means he was favored heavily to win, and
yeah, that just tells you
it just shifted to Biden, then back to Trump, then Biden again. It was weird.
That just tells you how much people bet on, how many things people bet on.
Oh, for sure.
Nowadays.
Oh, for sure. And I tell you what, if you're good at it, there's some real money to be made. But
absolutely,
I don't have that type of disposable income to just throw at something like who's going to become the next president.
Just save your money and put it in a mutual fund.
Oh, absolutely,
or
100%.
401k.
Down and bound.
So we're about ready here for the Swanson Restaurant kickoff. We again like to thank our sponsors, the ABE Group, for sponsoring our pregame show, Sonova Securities for sponsoring our starting lineups, Houston Healthcare for our injury timeouts, the Westfield School, Westfield Boots Club for the postgame show, Sonic Player of the Game, and then as we have here, the Swanson Restaurant kickoff. But I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for helping us out. And Westfield going to get the football here to start the second half. And Brent, big drive for both teams, I think, coming up here. And maybe Westfield can really get a stranglehold here on this game.
Absolutely. Like you said, they take a 2-touchdown lead here, and it's a much better odds we talked about a second ago. And even if they can put some points up on the board, you really like their chances. Toe poke kick. Got some blockers ahead of him. Walker Young. Now he's up the middle, and he's got open field in front of him. Got the kicker to beat. Going to give him a dead leg, push him to the ground, and finally chased down from behind right at the 40-yard line. And that's Noah Blackman.
I tell you what,
I thought it was Walker.
He gave him a little shimmy right out there.
Yeah, call that a dead leg. And
sorry about that, folks.
Hate you missed it because of the Swanson graphic.
Goodness gracious.
They're good. They sponsor our kickoffs. But
yeah, and that was a good kickoff, but we would have liked to have seen it. Tell you what, that
45-yard kickoff return for Walker Young out to for Noah Blackman out to the 40. And Westfield will have it 1st and 10 with chance to really take a hold of this thing.
That's huge, I think. It just builds confidence. And you may see that defense be dejected here for Creekside. You got a lot of men in the box.
Gavin Vining going to keep it behind his fullback. He's running, and now he breaks free of a tackle. Now there's nobody in front of him. Being chased down, but not fast enough. Touchdown, Hornets.
Wow, what a run. And I tell you what, that's exactly what we said. He's the X factor for Westfield. And just like that, a big return and one play and a touchdown. 11:44 to go here in the third quarter. Westfield up 27-14. What a big play right there by Vining.
Yep, absolutely perfectly executed there. And
he broke that tackle, spun away, and he was gone.
Yep.
Angled towards the pylon. Nobody was going to catch him.
Yep. So PAT on the way. Kick is up.
That's good.
And it's good. 28-14. 45-yard return from Noah Blackman to the 40, and a 40-yard run by Gavin Vining on the next play has Westfield up 28-14 with just 16 seconds passed here in the second half. We'll stay here. So you really like how that looks.
I mean, I tell you what, there's not a whole lot better of a start that you could have here for the second half. if you're Westfield. I mean, you love the fact that you got a big return and then one play and you score from, 40 yards out.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty snazzy right there. So right now, Westfield has taken a hold of this game. You'd like to see them, again, come out defensively, but we talked about it, how dangerous this Creekside offense has been, and Jaden Thomas and Brandon McNeil have really been the catalyst for them. We'll see if McNeil can get it kind of going here in the second half for the Creekside Cougars.
Yep. So the last couple of times Westfield has had a big play, Creekside has been able to answer. See if they can avoid that here. Kick fielded just past the 20. Looking for a hole. Kind of cut back against the grain. Finally wrapped up and slung down at the 40-yard line is number 17, Deshaun Fletcher.
I think Westfield right here really looking for a turnover. If you get a turnover, you really put
that is a boot on a neck for sure.
Right, and that's what you're looking to do if you're the Hornets. And Creekside's trying to get back in the game. If you could figure out a way to get the football back and not allow them to really get any confidence offensively, that would help out a lot.
I formation here. Handoff up the middle. Good blocking. He's going to get out. Looks like a 6 or 7 yard gain for the tailback. Number 3, Jaden Thomas, has to be their leading rusher today, their leading yards gainer.
Second down and 4. So a 6-yard pickup there on first down.
Thought somebody moved early, but this time Thomas met in the backfield, tripped up, and I thought he was about to get out of it. He got hit in the backfield by number 55, Luke White.
Yeah, he got tripped up, but he was able to keep his balance.
Yep, bounced it outside, and I think Coleman Williams met him just outside after a short gain. He turned that nothing into something. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 now.
Yeah, right now I think Creekside's doing just a good job up front of just keeping in front of Westfield's defensive line, and that's allowed Thomas to be able to bounce it. You got to think maybe fullback here because he's been very successful.
Yep. Going to give it to Thomas again, looking for, now bounce it outside, makes one man miss, trying to stretch it, and it'll be brought down, but he will have the first down. Gavin Vining on the tackle.
Yeah, that was a good run by Thomas. Yet again, another bounce. He picks it up by maybe 1.5 yards. And first down for the Creekside Cougars. I mean, like we talked about at halftime, it's kind of all of that's coming to fruition as far as the players to look for. Right now, Jaden Thomas putting the Cougars on his back, trying to get him back in the ballgame, and Gavin Vining did his thing on the previous drive. I think a turnover is probably going to make or break Creekside if they can get a score and get a turnover, or if they turn it over here, Westfield could, like you said, stranglehold.
There it is. There's that fullback. There was that turnover you were looking for, that fullback dive. Didn't get the handoff, but it bounced straight up back into his arms.
Well, we've seen Westfield.
Travis Moon.
We've seen Westfield have a turnover. We haven't seen Creekside yet, but they're, like you said, they flirted with one right there on the fumble. They were able to get it back.
Man, I don't think I've ever seen a ball bounce straight back up like that.
Yeah, that's fortunate.
Quick screen out to that side, dancing around, couldn't catch up to him, and Vining going to have to push him out of bounds. I believe that was Noah Blackman out there in coverage, had a one-on-one matchup and couldn't win it.
Yeah, just a good job of one-on-one beating his man out there.
I believe they said that was number 17, Deshaun Fletcher. Got out to the 30, 1st and 10 from there. Offensive lineman asking what the play was. He's a little deeper. I'd be looking for him to pull if I was Westfield. Nope, straight ahead. Give to the tailback up the middle. Hit.
62,
right.
Make that.
Yep, number 62, Cole Miller. Also handles the punting duties for Westfield. got in the backfield and dragged him backwards on that one.
Maybe picked up a half yard there.
Second down and 9. Come out in the spread here. Well, not really the spread. Still have two tailbacks back there. Can have a quick screen out here. Blocking downfield is good, and finally dragged out of bounds by Sam Johnson. His number 6, Anthony Parker Jr. on the catch. Picks up 11 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 19. High snap fielded, but able to get it back down. Number 23, Travis Moon on the carry up the middle. Got about 6 out of it. Cameron Kalmbach going to be credited with the tackle. Only picked up 4 out of that, so it'll be 2nd down and 6 from just past the 15-yard line. I'm looking for one of these snaps to go over the quarterback's head eventually. He's got a really tall head, so it'll be tough to get it over.
He's pretty tall, and they're going to go back under center here.
Yep. It is much harder
really
on a center.
Really trying to spread Westfield out.
Give up the middle to Moon, met by Cole Miller.
Either 52 or 62.
So Hudson McGee and Cole Miller has probably both of them in there.
It was 62.
Gain of 3. It'll be 3rd down and short.
Big play here if Westfield can come up with a stop.
Yep. Moon is your fullback. Thomas is your tailback. Fake it to the fullback dive. Now trying to stretch it out. Trying to look for somebody. And will he get it? Brandon McNeil kept it on the fake. And he dives for the 1st down.
Yeah, Gavin Vining had him in the backfield and couldn't get him down on the ground.
Yep. And now it looks like he's hurt. He's adjusting maybe a back plate. No, he's getting the play. I'm going to credit Brody McDaniel with the tackle past the 1st down marker.
I think Coach Fitz has got to be thinking and tell if they score here, tell your kick receiving team, we got to be ready for an onside.
Yep. Watch the onside if they score, like you said. Give to Thomas up the middle, clogged up at the line, picking his way through.
He
and
maybe got a yard.
Yep. Six minutes, 26 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
2nd down and goal from the 7. You got to really be aware of where the fullback is. I think with Moon, he's been dangerous so far in this game, especially in the red zone.
Very effective at running the ball for an I formation fullback.
And now they're going back to the gun. Split back with McDaniel in the gun.
Looking for someone to throw to. Going to throw that fade route. Good defense from Walker Young. Swatted it right out of the air.
Yeah, that ball wasn't lofted enough. That needed to be thrown to the back pylon. He tried the kind of a semi-back shoulder, but not really.
McDaniel, I don't ever think moved his feet. I think he caught the ball and I think he got the ball from the snap and just planted it and never moved his feet.
Yep. That would be in the offense I ran. 60 quick pass. You snap, take one step back.
Yep.
Don't get off the line of scrimmage very much.
That's the thing. He had his shoulders, he had his feet square to the line of scrimmage, and I don't think he ever moved him from that spot.
Well, if you're throwing that back shoulder, that's a zip pass. That's not a loft pass.
Got a timeout taken here by Creekside. We'll go to a break. We'll have more right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare.
Ice cream is kind of for medicinal purposes, you know. It just puts me in a good mood.
This would be so good for dinner.
Very crispy, spicy.
A little tang.
El crunch.
El crunch.
There's a lot of bacon on this thing. It's just oozing.
Delicious.
I just want dessert.
Give me some.
Very indulgent.
Now, this is delicious.
Shaky goodness.
And the nice crunch.
Oh, that's dangerous.
What about the tots? Tots are everything.
Welcome back here to the Hornets' Nest. It is a 3rd down and 7 on this play. Creekside trying to bring this game back to a 1-possession game. Having some formational issues here.
Ooh, they're trying to bunch.
Yep. Now they're going to take another timeout.
Oh, wow.
Couldn't get it settled fast enough, and they didn't like the look. Or it may be turned and pointed back at Westfield. So
okay.
We'll stay here. Don't want to take 2 in a row like that.
I think Westfield called it.
Yep. Maybe didn't like that bunch set.
Not a big fan of, well, whatever. It is what it is. Obviously, they feel like it is a pivotal point in the game because if you turn them away here and you go down and score, you really like the fact that you've separated 3 scores.
Yep.
I mean,
so Westfield maybe getting some coaching from Coach Kinsler on how to deal with that bunch. And it looks like Creekside's going to come out in that same formation. They have a... Now they're going to shift to the other side. Westfield's going to go with them. 3 to that far side, 1 over here close to us. Now that tailback bouncing around a little bit. And
illegal snap.
I don't know if he ever snapped the ball. The quarterback never got it. I think they were trying to draw Westfield off and make him think with all that motion, but the entire offensive line ended up going.
Right. They kind of outsmarted themselves there.
Yep, absolutely. So that's going to push them back 5 yards, make it 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, 3rd and goal from the 12. And right
I think,
here,
like you said, they just outthought themselves on that one.
I mean, if I'm calling the play here, I'm thinking maybe quarterback draw. I mean, either quarterback draw or something because they're going to be, I would think, they're going to be playing off to prevent anything into the end zone.
Yeah, I think McNeil needs to be your catalyst here. Quick out, incomplete.
Sorry, I couldn't see.
Yeah.
My bad.
You're good. Tried to get him out of the pocket, rolling and throwing on the run, but went wide of his target, incomplete.
The reason why I said draw there, because if you pick up like 6 or so, then you've got, if you're going to go for it, then you've got a manageable 4th down. Now you're pretty much forced to kick a field goal. I mean, unless you just are putting all your eggs in this basket. I don't know how much
which
3
is possible.
I don't know how much 3 helps you here, but you know.
Westfield getting the safe signal. So they're going to try a kick here. Looks like it's going to be a 29-yarder. Low.
No, way wide right.
Yep. So Westfield holds, and they have a chance to make this a 3-score game.
Yeah, you see, that's why I think I run the draw play there to try to set up 4th down. Because 4th and 5 or 6 a lot better odds than either the field goal from that spot and or going for it for 4th and goal from the 12. Now that ball should be, I was about to say that ball should go
come out to the 20. First and 10 from the 20. Westfield with a chance to get this into route territory.
Right. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. Gave it on the reverse.
Oh, what a tackle. That's a great play right there by the Creekside defender. And I think both of them may have gotten hurt there.
Yeah, it looks like Porter Falk just a little bit shaken
I can't make out the number on who made the tackle, but
I can't
that
either,
was
that kid's still down. He's face down on the ground.
Tackle. Because like you said, I think Westfield's probably going to get a large gain there, maybe a touchdown.
Yeah, it fooled me. I didn't know who had the ball. I thought Vining kept it, but we're going to take a quick timeout with the injury.
Got a Houston Healthcare injury timeout, so we'll take a break and come back. Westfield leads 28-14 on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Medical care closer to home. On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
Welcome back to the Hornets Nest. We got a number on the young man injured. It's Brandon McNeil, the quarterback. Been playing a lot of corner out there as well.
I'm pretty positive Peyton zoomed in enough to see the number on his shoulder sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
They were being very cautious. They rolled him over, trying to secure his head. Hopefully, this is just precautionary. I saw him moving his fingers and his arms.
Yeah, he was moving on the ground.
Right, and he's moving his arms up by his helmet right now. So maybe it's just either got a little breath knocked out of him, or it could potentially be, hopefully this is not it, but something, a head injury or whatnot, because he's grabbing his helmet like his head hurts. But he's at least positively moving all extremities.
Yeah, he's conscious. He's moving everything. But, yeah, he stayed face down on the ground, but obviously in a lot of pain.
Well, he made a great play, because if he doesn't make that play, Porter Falk is at minimum probably inside the 30 on the plus side. The worst case for Creekside, that's a touchdown. So, I mean, because there was nobody there. And Porter Falk's got pretty good wheels, and he's already showed the ability to kind of serpentine, as he did earlier into the end zone. So, hopefully, I think it's McNeil. I'm pretty positive. Hopefully he's okay. Coach Fitz being showing a lot of sportsmanship, going over and checking on the young man as well. The training staff for Creekside was out quickly. So good job by all folks just trying to make sure that, and he's sitting up now making sure, and it is number 8. You can see that kind of clear as day. So hopefully he is okay. They're helping him up off the turf. And I think they're still just trying to check. I don't know if they do a concussion protocol or anything like that on the sidelines, but it almost looks like they're just trying to make sure. And it looked like looks like he may have some cobwebs going on. So we just wish him well. You'd never like to see a player with a head injury. So hopefully he'll be okay. We'll keep an eye to see if we see him come back into the game at all. I'm assuming they will probably be sitting him down and giving him some assessment to make sure if he does return that it is safe for him to return.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope he's okay. Hopefully just a stinger or something to that effect.
Right.
But now that's got to be really disheartening for Creekside. You probably just lost your quarterback, if not for the remainder of this game, for a little while.
Well, and he's a big part of their defense, too, because he's made a couple plays defensively that could have been huge runs. They ended up being first down runs, but still, he prevents a touchdown there.
Yep. Vining going to run it, trying to bounce it outside, and will be stacked up.
Ooh.
Still fighting for yards.
Yeah.
Got actually past the original line of scrimmage. I thought he was going to be tackled for a loss.
Yeah, he's hard to bring down. But a good job of the Creekside defense stepping up there after their leader goes out. Well, they're going to call a no game. I thought maybe he got a yard like you did, but
yeah, either way, just not
a whole lot there.
They were ready for that one.
Right.
Trying the same play. This time it works a little bit better, but still hit just past the line of scrimmage. Ended up getting past the 35. Going to be marked down probably right there. It'll be a 3rd down and 7.
You know, I think you still keep the ball on the ground.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Maybe come back with that counter play, or maybe a quick hitter. You got Coleman Williams in there potentially. Got plenty of time on the clock.
Yep. 4 minutes, just under 4 minutes 10 here to go in the 3rd.
So no Kalmbach still in there, so.
Falk in motion, going to give him the toss. He's going to cut it up, and he's going to have the 1st down and a little bit more. Going to have a holding call bringing this one back, but he's going to be brought down right around the 36. Ground can't cause a fumble, boys, but this one's coming back.
Right. Yeah, and I don't even know if that was necessary.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it.
It was the kind of the kick out play, but he was so wide. He was on his block. Falch, decided to cut back, and a lot of times when you're engaged,
right,
it's hard to let go. But what I'm saying is I think the defender was already pretty much out of the play.
Right.
But, I mean, it was a hold. I saw it right off the bat, but it's just one of those where you think, God, that's probably not necessary.
It'll be 3rd down and 16 from the 26. Vining set to throw. Throw knocked out of his hands. Did have it going forward, though, so it's an incomplete pass.
Tell you what, he had J.B. Bearden wide open, but he could not get enough time to throw it.
Yep. Westfield not used to pass blocking, and it'll be 4th down, and we'll see Cole Miller punt for the first time tonight. I think Creekside may be sending some people here. They are. Miller gets it off.
Need a good roll.
Ooh. It'll be down. Sam Johnson tried to flick it back the right way. It'll be down right around the 45-yard line. Creekside will take it there.
Well, it's not ideal for Westfield. You would have liked to have capitalized on that big run by Porter Falk, but you kind of put yourself behind the 8 ball there with some negative plays to start the next series, and then also the big penalty after Porter Falk, it looked like, initially picked up the 1st down.
Brandon McNeil, we'll see how he feels.
Is he coming back out?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't see him. I see, looks like number 1, that's Caleb Hardy in at quarterback.
Yep.
In relief of Brandon McNeil, who was hurt on the last Westfield drive.
Under center. Handoff to Thompson, being chased out and tripped up by Brody McDaniel. He'll fall forward to the 49. Going to be a gain of 4.
So you would expect to see a lot of Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas
on
and
this
Moon.
drive.
I expect a lot of running the ball behind this backup quarterback. There he is again. That time tripped up at the line.
Yeah,
Cole Miller.
Just a kick play there again. And linebacker does a good job flowing over there. That'll bring up 3rd down and 4, Brent?
Yep. I think they're going to say 3 on the scoreboard, but it's a long 3.
Yeah, I think that's going to be 4. Probably Mr. Beelan, well, he's going to leave it there. But it is 3rd and 4. So big play here for Westfield, but I tell you what, Creekside, if they're going to have to run the football, they're going to need to hurry up a little bit.
Yep. There it is. Hit at the line. Churning his feet, trying to get there. Let's see where they mark him. I think he's going to be short. He's going to be just shy, but maybe have it by the nose of the ball.
Yeah, we'll see. I think it's definitely going to get looked at.
Depends on the spot.
Right. I don't know. I'm going to say he's got it.
I think they're going to call for it. They're going to call for the sticks.
I think regardless, I don't know if it really matters because if he doesn't pick it up, I think they're going for it.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And I think that it's, unless they have a fumbled snap or a penalty, they're probably going to pick it up. I mean,
yeah.
It's if he doesn't have it, it is.
From our angle, it looks like he has it.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got it.
Yeah,
but
I think for posterity's sake, they're going to bring the chains out and look at it, but I'm pretty sure it'll be a first down.
I think what happened was they had some players in the way. The coach is talking to them from Creekside. They couldn't bring the chains out, so now they're finally getting the chains out. Yeah, he's got it.
Yep. This will be a first down for Creekside. Just barely got it by about half the ball. So 1st and 10 from the, what is that? That's the 46. Under center, give to Moon, up the middle, the fullback. Popped about 4 yards downfield by Coleman Williams. And he'll fall forward for a few more. Be a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. Westfield crowd trying to get loud for this defense. Quick screen out.
Yeah.
Incomplete pass.
And there's the difference.
Yep. Trying to get it to Jake Lavinka.
Hardy just doesn't have the arm that McNeil has. Trying to get some free yards, if you will, there. Oh, he turns the wrong way. Hardy looking to run, and he's going to be sacked. Got a flag in the backfield. We'll see what that is. But a good job of the defense getting in there. We'll see if that's a hold. That's in the territory of a hold, but we'll see. The flag is going to be holding. I think we're declining that, and they are going to decline it. That'll bring up 4th down, and call that 17 to go. Something to that effect, and they're going to punt the football, it looks like. So 4th down and 17. So Westfield, I assume, will be in some sort of punt-safe scenario here. Back deep to punt for the Cougars will be, cannot make out the number. Is that number 6, Anthony Parker Jr.? I believe. And he does kick it away. And looks like Walker Young going to get out of the way. Takes a takes a bounce for Creekside, and it is down at about the 20-yard line, we'll call it. So Westfield will have the football 1st and 10 there from the 20-yard line. They're on top 28-14, and the scoring has really slowed down here for both squads after the long touchdown run to start the first half for Gavin Vining in Westfield. Nobody has really threatened other than the Creekside drive inside the 10-yard line, and Westfield was able to turn them away and turn the ball over on downs. And we'll see if the Hornets can drive it out of the shadow of their own end zone here. They start at their own 20-yard line. Send a man in motion. Fake the ball up the middle. No, they're going to hand it off to Kalmbach, I believe, and he's going to pick up 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7. We're under 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Westfield with the football, and the Hornets up 2 scores, 28-14 over the Creekside Cougars. I believe they're out of McDonough. And we'll see if he snaps it. He's going to have to because the play clock's at 13. Sends a man in motion. Going to hand it off to the fullback, Kalmbach, who hits the track, and he's loose. Going to be tackled at about the 40, they're going to say 49-yard line. They're going to mark him dead at or down at the 49-yard line. That's going to be the last play of the third quarter, I believe. That's a 29-yard gain from Cameron Kalmbach, and that will be the last play of the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth with Westfield on top, 28-14. You're watching Westfield Hornet football right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Hornets' Nest. Start of the fourth quarter, Westfield up by 2 scores, trying to make it 3 after a big run by Cameron Kalmbach to end the third quarter.
Yeah, just a great job of staying in his track there on that fullback run. And Westfield, as you mentioned, Brant, coming out here in the start of the fourth quarter with great field position on this drive and with 1st down and 10 from the Creekside 48-yard line. And the Hornets trying to secure a big region victory here as they are leading the 5-1 Cougars of Creekside 28-14.
Vining on the keeper, trying to worm his way through. And almost some extracurricular activity, but everybody talked down from it.
Yeah, I think right now Coach Fowler really simplifying the playbook, or at least the play calling list, down to a few, and really want to limit the opportunities or the risk of a turnover. You've seen a lot of fullback gives and a lot of quarterback runs lately. And Westfield right now, again, leaning on that defensive line of Creekside.
Yep. 2nd down and 3.
So 2nd down and 3, we'll call it. We're almost a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter.
Walker Young in motion. He's going to get it around the left side, trying to bust past that line. Tripped up by the second level, but he will have enough for the 1st down. He'll be marked down at the 35.
Creekside doing a good job of setting the edge, but there's nothing back inside to clean up and make the tackle. They're pushing the flow back inside from the running backs. But, Brant, there's nobody there to clean it up, and Westfield's picking up big yardage down the field on the cutback.
Yep. Looks like the tackles are just kind of falling off of these Westfield running backs right now. They're falling forward regularly.
Working the clock a little bit here.
Man in motion, give to
Coleman Williams.
I was about to call him Cameron Williams, but I knew that wasn't right. Coleman Williams gets the carry up the middle. It's like a gain of 6.
I think right now, if you're Westfield, you'd rather have the 2nd and 6. I mean, the 6-yard run on 1st down for 2nd and 4 than you would a 1st down. Keep that clock moving.
Yeah, really.
Maybe take. I mean, you'd ideally like to take 2 or 3 plays to pick up a first down and keep this drive really, from a time perspective, drawn out so that you can burn more clock. Because, I mean, you've done enough to win the game at this point now. It's just trying to run the timeout as much as possible. You'd love to score in the process.
Billy Jack Gregory in motion, and Vining going to keep it and gets tripped up from behind for a loss on the play. They're going to lose maybe 2 on that play. It's going to make it 3rd down and 5.
But you're still okay here. I mean, that's not what you want. You don't want a loss, but you did one of the things that you need, which is secure the football.
Can hear that Creekside coaching staff telling their defense to watch the counter.
I can tell you this, if I'm Coach Fowler, I'm looking at this as a 4-down territory because I don't know if I want to kick it.
Jet sweep. Porter Falk cuts it up but can't get anything. So the jet sweep doesn't get much. We'll see what the Westfield offense does here. They're staying on the field.
Yeah, I would definitely stay on. I'm not kicking it where a block punt.
Yeah, you're not really putting anything at risk, and you're too close to the end zone to kick a punt. And maybe you get lucky and you spring one for 5.
Say I'd be looking at number 8 if he's in there.
Yep.
Potentially a quick trap or something up the middle.
And now they're going to take a timeout, try to draw him off, but couldn't get him. They're going to take a timeout. We will too. You're watching Hornet football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home. On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
Welcome back here to the Hornets' Nest. 4th down and 5 with 8 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the game. Westfield trying to get a first down and move ever closer to icing this thing, but we'll see what they can do here.
I know.
Your defense has played pretty well so far, and you hate to think of this as a coaching point where they're going to give it to Porter Falk. He's going to cut up field and be dragged down. Great pursuit by the defense there. I believe that was the quarterback, Caleb Hardy, the backup quarterback who is in relief duty for Brandon McNeil. So that is a turnover on downs. The Cougars will have it 1st and 10 from the 30. But Westfield dragged a lot of clock off of that scoreboard.
Right. And right here with Brandon McNeil not out there, you saw what the Cougars' offense looked like the last time out. You got to think that Westfield feels pretty confident with that defense out there.
So probably going to see much of the same formula from Creekside, probably a lot of runs. And they will give it to the tailback around right end. Tries to cut back inside. Good job staying with him by Coleman Williams. Dragged down after a short gain. Give that one to Jake Thomas.
Jaden Thomas.
Jaden Thomas, excuse me. I misheard Mr. Dale.
But that takes it under 8 minutes to play. And that's what I'm talking about here. The offense has shifted for the Cougars away from McNeil being able to try to throw the football to now Thomas exclusively.
Going to get a screen pass out there. Now trying to cut back across the field, trying to outrun this defense side to side, and he'll get some yardage, and be pushed out of bounds by Gavin Vining.
That is not how that play was designed.
No, absolutely not. But you know what? He got a first down out of it. So as a coach, you say, good effort, don't do it again. I believe that was Jake Levinka on the reception. Caleb Hardy doesn't look like as natural a thrower as McNeil.
Right.
But he got that one out there, and it worked. Tailback handoff up the middle, trying to get around the end, and pushed out of bounds around the 40. Going to mark him down at the 43.
This is where the high school rule really helps out the offense, where the clock stops, as opposed to in college, that clock would start back up here.
Yep.
And especially for a team who's running the football a lot. You'd like to see Westfield be able to tackle him inbounds here.
Yep. Going to give it to Thomas around right end, being chased down and dragged down, gang tackled, and he barely got back to the line.
He had the first down, and then he bounced it and lost. He gave up the ground that he gained, and now this brings up 3rd down and 2.
No gain on the play, 3rd down and 2, clock now under 7 minutes.
Yeah, I think they thought they had the first down, but he bounced it again, like I said, and he gave up the yardage that he gained, and now we're under 7 minutes to play. 3rd down and 2 from the 42-yard line. Creekside trying to tighten this thing up a little bit.
Fullback dive up the middle. I think he got it. I think he barely got there. They're marking him down at the 40, which is right where that line to gain is. They're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, this near side, he marked him short, and then they moved it up. I don't think the Westfield faithful were excited about that spot.
Nope. So Moon's going to gain the 2. Be 1st and 10 right at the 40-yard line. Ooh, dragged down in the backfield. Give to Thomas, and Westfield read it.
That's a huge stop right there.
Yep. Will be a loss of 3.
That could end up running off another 30 seconds.
So Bryant Greer and Sam Johnson met him in the backfield right after he got the ball, and they're lucky they didn't get there sooner.
And right now you're having your quarterback run over there to get the play. So it's burning even more clock off.
Yep. About 5.5 minutes left here in the 4th. Little quick screen out there. Caught, and he'll be pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 6.
No, I think they're running the clock.
Ah.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Third down and 7, definitely 4-down territory here. Quick give to Thomas. He'll be stacked up. He didn't get much at all.
No, it's going to bring up a big 4th down.
I think it's going to be 4th down and 5.
And again, not having McNeil in there, I think Hardy has shown the ability to throw the ball laterally a little bit, but nothing downfield. And now you really, I think maybe you shade a little bit towards Parker in coverage, and you really try to tighten up on that kick play because that seems to be the go-to here. We'll see if Moon maybe gets a quick hitter up the middle from the fullback position. I think they're just going to run a stand-up route.
Yep, he's just going to drop straight back, and they're just going to throw it over the middle. It's going to be incomplete, and Westfield's going to get the ball back, or a very, very late flag from that far side official. I have no idea who this is going to be on, but it came in about 5 seconds after the play was dead.
They're going to call delay a game, I think. Oh, no. Wow. That is crazy.
Man, that's very, very late.
Yeah, that's
man, I don't. Ugh. The ball had been on the ground, it had rolled a few seconds and stopped, and then he threw the flag. I don't. If you want to call pass interference, I didn't see it. I didn't see him break out of his route. Maybe it was, but that's just a very, very late flag. And I think a fan made a good point. I don't think the pass was catchable.
Well, where he threw the ball as a trail official, if there's a flag right there, I don't think that's a pass interference. I could see maybe where as he's getting out of his break, that may be a hold, defensive holding. But yeah, I did.
Yeah. Quick pass, and that's way overthrown. That was very, very overthrown by Caleb Hardy. He almost hit those bushes over there and was trying to get it to the numbers. It's one of the more bizarre throws you'll ever see.
So 4:18. That looked like the old Varsity Blues throw right there where he hits the mascot in the face with the throw out of bounds. The clock throw. Need a run play here to stop him in bounds.
Yep. And they will give it to Westfield. Missed tackle in the backfield, but not much more after that. Cameron Kalmbach hit him, but couldn't bring him down. And it'll be 3rd down and 7 with 4 minutes now on the clock. Officially a 3rd down and 8.
I mean, really, if Westfield just makes, even if they give up a touchdown, if they make them work to get this.
Yeah, they've drained about 4 minutes off of the clock on this drive, and they haven't scored yet. Play action pass. Incomplete. Overthrew his target. Good coverage down there by Gavin Vining. That was not a bad pass from Hardy. That was almost a drop in the bucket.
4th and 8. 4th and 7. Somewhere in that territory. Probably a
7.5.
Short, or a long 7, short 8.
Depends on who you ask.
Right. This is pretty much, for Creekside, the ball game.
Yeah, this is all but ball game. Going to sprint out to pass, looking for an open man, and Cal Langston's going to drag him down. He will throw it out of bounds, but it's going to be incomplete.
Oh, they're going to call.
We're going to get an intentional grounding.
No,
he probably wasn't out.
No, I think they're going to call roughing the passer.
Yep, there's the intentional grounding. He wasn't out of the box.
Right.
He wasn't out of the box. Well, I guess you could argue there was a receiver in the area, but either way, it's an incomplete pass, so Westfield's going to take it.
I'm glad you're right. I thought they were going to get Cal Langston for, how much they've been focusing on body weight on folks, and I thought maybe they might be looking to throw that flag. But
well, as much as Langston was on top of him when he threw the ball, I'm pretty sure he was going down as the ball left his hand.
Right.
It would have been a very, I'll say, a weak unnecessary roughness penalty.
Right, I agree.
Roughing the passer, what have you.
But you know how they
Somebody's
are
gonna
nowadays.
get their flag. Yeah, I think that's more in the NFL than in high school, though. Westfield's going to take the penalty because it's going to...
It's a loss of down penalty.
Yep, exactly.
Yep. So you would suspect maybe a first down or two.
Yeah, a heavy dose of Porter Falk, Gavin Vining, and get a first down or two, like you said, run this thing out. Creekside has 2 timeouts if they so choose to use them, but less and less likely every second. Fullback dive up the middle. There's Coleman Williams, and he's just pushing the pile. They're going to say that he was down before the ball came out. Creekside trying to keep him up as they trying to strip the ball. They're going to mark him down for forward progress, 2nd down and 5. And you look at that and you tell your ball carriers, don't cover up the ball until you're into the secondary.
Right.
Don't try to be a hero while you're in between the numbers right now.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said back on the last possession for Westfield, you pretty much, at this point, you've got what you need to win the game. Right now, it's just a matter of time and holding on to the football.
Absolutely. You had 1 turnover tonight, and it didn't hurt you, but We are now in the territory where a first down should pretty much win the game. Give the fullback, or no, Vining going to keep it. Now he's in open field. He's in a foot race.
Stay in bounds.
Yep, he got knocked out of bounds, but yep, there he's going to score. So Gavin Vining, another big run for him, 48 yards on that one.
He's got to have 200 yards rushing.
Probably. I hate Kenny's not here to keep track of the stats.
So
58 yards, not 48.
58-yard touchdown run for Gavin Vining, and Westfield on top 34-14. What a performance from the quarterback.
Creekside came in at 5-1. They had some pretty solid wins over teams that Westfield hadn't played, and
right.
I was wondering how well Westfield would do tonight. They've come out a lot better than they did against Gatewood, for sure. It really feels like they put that Gatewood loss behind them, and they're on to bigger and better things now.
Well, when you think about it, they know that they had all the opportunities in the world to win that game against Gatewood. They know that they went into they went down and moved the football against Gatewood, who's the defending state champions in AA. They didn't get it done in the red zone. Yep. Their defense played strong enough to keep them in the game. But I tell you what, in this game, it hasn't been a perfect game, but the adjustments that Westfield made at halftime, obviously the Brandon McNeil injury in the end part of the third quarter, helped probably put it away for him, but the offense has been pretty much unstoppable, so far here throughout the game, really. 35 points, lots of rushing yards. I believe you probably have a rusher over 200 yards.
Oh, for sure. Gavin Vining's been running wild all night, really.
I would think that
he's got 3 runs of over 50 yards.
Yeah, this is probably one of the more complete games that they have had all season long. And I was wondering when Sam Johnson was going to accidentally do that and kick the football or touch it while he's walking back.
That's unfortunate.
But I'm excited to see what Westfield can do. Oh, it looks like that's actually Landon Waller.
So Landon Waller going to boot it deep. Will be fielded at the 20 on a run. He mishandled the ball, picked up at the 20 again by the other returner. Now spinning out of tackles and finally hit from behind and brought down right at the 30-yard line. And we're going to get a flag after the play. This is where you don't like it as a football coach. Your team is doing well. You're blowing teams out. And now you might get someone hurt or do something stupid. You just got to get your guys together, say, calm down. Let's get out of here with a win. You got 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Let's just not do anything stupid.
You don't want anybody to get suspended or anything like that for a future game.
And again, I don't know who this flag is on. I didn't see what it was. I'm going to get a block in the back on Creekside. I thought it was late enough after the play to where it would be after the play, but that's going to move Creekside back a little bit. 2:17 left. I think it's safe to say that Westfield's going to move to 6-1-1 on the year, go 1-0 in the region.
Looks like
timeout call by Westfield.
May call their final timeout.
Yeah, they just maybe had Coach Fitzpatrick get nervous enough to say, let's just talk about this and not do anything dumb. Let's just get our players' heads right and get ready to go and celebrate this win.
Yeah, just remind them of now you've done what you needed to do to win the game. Don't jeopardize the next game by doing something silly in a game that you've already won.
Yep, absolutely.
So you're up 3 scores. You've pretty much dominated the play. You have given up some big yardage on a couple plays, but that was in the first half. I tell you what, the defensive adjustments, Brent, when you look at that, that's been really what's locked the game down. Now, again, I said Brandon McNeil's injury obviously has played into the game plan for Creekside. They haven't been able to do as much on offense because of that, but Westfield did what they needed to do after the injury, and that's all you can do.
Yep. Now Creekside coming out in the spread. We'll see how they handle the remainder of this game. They are going to throw. Caught, and he'll step out of bounds. That's number 17, Deshaun Fletcher on the reception. Hardy going to try to lead this team downfield and maybe try to get something positive for the next game. 2:13 left here in the game. drop back, make the same throw. Same result, couple of yards. It'll be marked down at the 30. It'll be close to a first down.
I think he's going to be just a yard short. Well, and here's the thing. I mean, you know that if you're Creekside with the region, you're going to have to beat Bethlehem Christian. I'm not sure if they played already or not, but that's going to be the game. They still got John Millage left, but that's going to be a tough ask, I think, for anybody in the region, even Westfield, because they're just, really good. So
screen pass out there, going to get the first and step out of bounds.
But if right here, Westfield, you're just keeping everything in front of you, and you're asking your defensive backs not to be heroes and let your defensive line do all the grunt work.
Yep. If they're just going to go 5 yards at a time doing that little dink and dunk pass, then so be it. You can get out of here with a W. Screen pass here to the tailback and wrapped up at the 40-yard line. We're going to get a flag somewhere. It feels like a hold.
Yeah, I think they held Cal Langston, maybe number 60. Personal foul on Creekside. So not what you want, like you said at the end of the game. So that'll make it, I don't know if they'll take the result of the play and add on, or if it'll be negate the play.
I think it depends on when it happened.
Yeah, if it's dead ball after, then the result of the play should stand. If it was during the play, then it may negate the whole play. I don't know.
They're going to call it a 1st and 23. A lot to ask here. High snap, handled well. Hardy looking for someone to throw to. He'll scramble out, and he'll throw it downfield, incomplete. Gavin Vining on coverage. Pressure applied by Cole Miller, trying to get the pass to Deshaun Fletcher. Excuse me, I think they said trying to get it to number 20, Tristan Hosey. Screen pass being set up. First time they've run that tonight. Tackled inbounds.
I like the play call. The only bad thing about the play call is the timeout situation.
Yep. You still got 2, but now you're at a minute and a half, and you got to start using those timeouts if you think you have a chance in this game. Picks up 20. It'll be a 3rd down and 3 from the 40-yard line. Pass complete, I believe, to Jaden Thomas. Snap handled, little quick flip out to Fletcher, makes one man miss, angling for the sideline, brought down by Coleman Williams, but inbounds, so the clock will run after they get the ball set. Now they're going to have to get the chain set, and then they'll wind the clock. There it is. We are now officially under a minute now. Another screen pass here to Fletcher, and he'll go down just past the 50. No first down and inbounds, and now Creekside's going to call their first timeout, or their second timeout, excuse me. We'll stay here.
So as you mentioned, only one timeout left. And Westfield going to move to either 5 or 6 wins. I can't remember. But
6.
like you said,
6-1-1, I believe.
So the Hornets pick up a big region victory is what is most important, I think.
Yep.
Next week they go to Bethlehem Christian and finish out the season at John Millage. So still kind of seeing what's going to happen in terms of whether or not Westfield, I think this or either next week should secure them a playoff berth, but I'm not sure about hosting first week or not, how that will work. We'll rely on Coach Chip Champion to inform us of all that information.
We'll keep you updated as we find out.
All right.
32.9 left in the fourth quarter here.
They don't have enough men on the line of scrimmage.
Yep, will be a legal formation. Good call. Nope, they're going to wave it off. Not everybody was set, but I think they'll let this one go. Hit as he throws. Picked off. Hornets have it. Gavin Vining, he'll go down. Man of the night. I think we can name our player of the night already, Brett.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's pretty evident with his play. Obviously, some honorable mentions to go around. I feel like Coleman Williams provided a spark, and also Porter Falk. But, yeah, I mean, Gavin Vining, he's been what Westfield needed him to be tonight. And obviously, you see the big play on defense with the interception, and Westfield can salt this one away here with just a kneel down, I think.
Yep. Best play in football upcoming.
I think Creekside will probably just defer on calling a timeout.
Yep. Feels like a concession coming. And so it will. Westfield is your victor here tonight. 35-14 over the Creekside Academy Cougars. We will move right into our Westfield Booster Club postgame show.
Yeah, just I would say, Brent, I mean, we kind of touched on it already. Our player of the game had to be Gavin Vining. Just a great performance here tonight. A huge victory for the Hornets. Just probably one of their most complete games. Obviously, they did have the fumble to start the game, but after that, they get a huge runs from Gavin Vining, from Porter Falk, and then also from Coleman Williams to finish out the first half. They took a lead in the halftime, Brant, and then they came out, got the big run to start the half on the first play of the second half after the big return on the kickoff. And it was just, that and the Brandon McNeil injury, it just felt like it was going to be Westfield's night, and they took care of business 35-14. So you got to think that Coach Fitzpatrick and all the other coaches very happy with what they saw here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think before we sign off, we need to say prayers for Brandon McNeil. Took a pretty serious injury, it looks like, did not come back in this game. Hopefully that young man's okay, but all is well on the Westfield front, I think.
Right.
So they'll move into the next game on a one-game win streak and try to extend it next week at Bethlehem Christian.
Right. So join us next week. We'll be live from Bethlehem Christian. For Brent Daughtry, I'd like to thank Peyton Josie for coming out, and all the folks here at Westfield. I've been Brett Taylor saying so long here from the Hornets Nest. Westfield wins 35-14. You've been watching Hornet football right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.